What are those? What is going on, everybody? Super late starting today here for this video, and I've just been spending my whole morning working on the hatch, buttoning it up before pickup tomorrow. And right now I'm headed to Alex's house. He is working on his wagon. I believe he may have gotten his motor already in his car. He posted on Instagram that he was making the motor mounts. I'm gonna head over there right now, see what he's up to, and see if we can't get the motor 100% hung in the engine bay. All right, guys, so we out here at Alex's house, and the engine is kind of sat in the engine bay here, making the final measurements before welding this top mount to the bottom plate. Now, if you guys have seen the Half Sport all-wheel drive kits, the motor mount for the EF is for hatch, sedan, and CRX only. And if you put it into an EF wagon, apparently you have to cut off the mount and weld on a CRX like tab mount, rail mount, to fit the Half Sport motor mount. So because we don't want to, you know, have to go through all that work, we're just gonna make our own mount like I did my CRX, save a ton of money, and avoid having to cut that. So right now everything is looking good, other than this side being, I believe, what is it, a quarter or eighth of an inch?
Actually, the valve cover, the cam gear side sits higher, so now that I put it level.
Oh yeah, that's right, because of this right here.
Yeah, so now we're good. That's 1/8 of an inch if you take a look at it.
Well, fuck it, tack that motherfucker, let's get the ball rolling.
Yeet.
Yeah, so once he welds that right there, that pretty much hangs the engine in the car, and then we can jack the car all the way up, hang the engine freely, jack the back of the engine to tilt the long block in the position it needs to be in. Then we'll make the back T bracket as well too. So right now progress is definitely being made, and once the 3 engine mounts are in place.
Welcome to the east side.
Welcome to the east side. Once the 3 engine mounts are in place, everything else is just buttoning up, and we can knock that out real fast. So we'll give you guys some updates in just a second. So right now we have the engine in the placement that we want it to be. We threw the axle in place and kind of got the axle angle. Then we also threw the front cross member on as well to get that OEM placement of the caster. And it's kind of where it needs to be. And then we jacked up the front of the transmission right there to get the transfer case straightened with the body of the car. I don't know if you can see it, it's pretty dark. And now we're going to start making the top bracket. And then once we get that fixed into place, that'll hold the engine in place. Then we'll make the leg that connects to the 219 right there in the bottom. Two pliers, pair of pliers. Full sending it, man, no template. It's gonna work out. So if you guys are making your own rear T bracket, this back mount does not line up like straight shot to the back ear tab on the block right here, right? So what he's doing is he's making that little angle right there so we could get it to sit flush on the motor mount to the block. And then right now we're working on one side, and then we are going to move to the other end. This one's a little more trickier. It's going to be more of a fork, so it's going to go like this, cut this way, and then go straight back to the other end of the tab right there, right? And then we can bolt this, bolt that, make the top piece, tack them in place, and then the bottom part. So that's gonna be the first one right there, just measuring the last leg. Cut a little extra so that way you can trim the fit. Don't try to cut exactly, because when you miss you know, when you miscalculate, then you're gonna have to start all over again. So
I don't know how many mergers you did. Where's my glove? Because there's no glove.
it's okay.
No love.
Full send.
Alright, fuck it. Dug it out.
Thuggin' love until the day I die. You had the fuel line sitting right there, right on your hand.
No biggie.
No biggie. No fire extinguisher. No fire extinguisher. Full send. Dug line. Alright, so before heading to Alex's house, I'm here in the junkyard. My friend sent me a text this morning. Some goodies are in here, so I'm looking for it. Hopefully it's still here. Hell yeah. Score. Hell yeah. So, got the wing off with the plugs. Now this wouldn't go through the hole on top of the wing because the plug was a little too big. So what I did was I found a push pin right here, and I pretty much de-pinned the plug. Ouch. God damn it. I de-pinned the plug, pulled it through, and now I can plug it back up. I have the other side in my pocket, so we have the female and male connection. I'm not sure if I'm gonna take the Nerf bars because this one's missing all of the plastic. But for sure, I'm taking the cargo cover. I had to get the grommets inside the car as well, and I'm taking the wing. So this is definitely a score. Not sure if I'm gonna walk the rest of the yard. My buddy told me there was nothing there. And there's another CRV over there as well too. First things first. Ah, dang it. Table's gone. Ouch. God damn, that must hurt. So apparently this frame, it's pulled more in than the stock location because this car was wrecked before. So we're just gonna have to work with what we have to deal with as far as this chassis goes. And the alternator was still hitting even though this was already banged in. But Alex is just trying to clear a little bit more so he can clear the pulley on the alternator because it's still hitting. But aside from that, the rear T-bracket is all buttoned up. He painted it and everything. If you guys have been around long enough with Booster Boys, when Charlie and Kyle welded the rear mount fully solid, that's what Alex did right there. So this engine is not even gonna move. And yeah, he got this all painted up, installed, made some custom bolts down there. That worked out great. And now we're just buttoning up everything on the back of the engine and then working our way to the intake manifold and then forward. I did forget the header at my house, but all the front stuff we can take care of. It's all easy stuff. He's still got to switch out to the traction bar. He's still got to do the axle, suspension, all that jazz. And you know what that means, right? Yep. We're gonna put a big ass built to drive bander right there. But anyways, yeah, so intake manifold, we're gonna find it real quick, button it up. I did get a TPS sensor somewhere. But yeah, just gotta button up the intake manifold and work from the top forward. Oh, and I forgot my tripod, so I'm just gonna record as we go because I can't set the time lapse for you guys. Let's get to work. Give you guys a quick little update here before the sun goes down. Now we've just been putting in a lot of work. Had to run to the store, grab some stuff like axles, hoses and stuff. But intake manifold harness, I had to do a lot of repair on the harness. And because this car was in an accident before, I had to spend a lot of time fixing all of the headlight wiring, corner lamps and all that, you know, stuff to drive at night. So that's all done, and got rid of all the AC harness that used to sit here, so it's not all clustered fuck over in this corner no more. But shifter, harness, full intake manifold, alternator, everything on this side, the auto cable brackets. And right now we are working on you know, making a custom cable to hydro conversion using the Hasbro kit. Now if you guys know my CRX, I'll put a link right here on the top. I did the same thing on mine, made a bracket off the starter bolt hole which holds the cable like this, right? And then this goes to the lever right here, which then activates the shift fork. So it works on my car perfectly, and I've driven thousands of miles on it without an issue, other than my cable breaking because of being old cable probably. And we're going to do it for his car so we can not have to go full hydro on it. But we are definitely making a lot of progress. Everything else is just related to suspension, which is not a big deal. but I'm sure we can get this thing turned on tonight and have you guys hear it before we close this video out. Snug.
Snug. I'll just go on the other side. Right when I cut it out.
Take it off. Yep. Oh yeah. Step 1, make the cable bracket.
Oh, there it is.
Then step 2, we build around the cable bracket. Just shit lying around the house, huh, Alex?
Yep.
Fuck it. Sand it. That marker's too bloody for me though. Go ahead.